this relationship is going to work out. This thing, we've tried.
It's the best. Pestle and mortar.
No, it's not pestle and mortar. It's mortar and pestle.
Is it?
Mortar and pestle. We'll be right back with the mortar and pestle. You guys here in Kenya think you own the spice trade, the spices.
Yes, Zanzibar, neighboring.
Wait. Let me tell you about yourselves. Okay, number one, you don't. That's all I have to say, actually. That was my number one, my number two, and my number three. It does feel good. Actually, do it again. It feels great.
And then over here, up, down. It's the best.
Who told you to do it?
It's nice.
We'll recruit anyone who is nice and helpful. And in fact, take Rahma. Take Rahma. We don't want her anymore. Why is it 1,000 degrees in here? And I imagine I was feeling so good about myself calling this drink a hot Lilly.
See, that's why.
Now it's just Lilly. Welcome to Mixed Feelings Over Mixed Drinks. Every good conversation has its key ingredient.
Just like every cocktail does.
Sometimes spicy, sometimes sweet.
And a little bit of the unexpected.
Always. So every now and then, Julie and I are going to be getting together, mixing it up, having some conversation. Cheers to the weekend, Julie.
I'll drink to that.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lily.
And I'm Julie.
And we're going to mix up some drinks and some feelings.
Yes.
Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you. It's been a while.
It has been a minute. Mm-hmm. And you know, those relationships of friends where like one friend is a little less available than the other. I know, I feel I've been that friend.
I haven't been able to catch you, tie you down, find out what's been happening. You've been busy.
Yeah,
busy
and I don't like to be, you know, the people who are like, oh, I'm busy. I don't like to be that person, but I've been that person.
You have been that
Thank
person.
goodness we have this show to do, or else you might not have seen me.
I wouldn't see you.
April either. I'm very glad we're together today.
Thank you.
And we're making a drink today that you have been asking for.
Yes, I have, since we started this.
Since we started, you have been saying. In fact, when I asked you last time, do you remember what our first drink was? You were like, didn't I want a Dawa? And I was like, you did.
Today.
But that's what we're making. Today is the day.
We're making Dawa.
Today we're making Dawa. Dawa with a little twist. I feel like Dawas have personalities.
True.
Depending on who you're talking to.
True.
How do you take your Dawa normally?
I cheat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How's that?
I buy all the ginger and the lemon mixed, pre-mixed, and then put it in the microwave.
Well, there are some good suppliers.
Yeah.
I actually love those people because they're saving me the ginger mess.
I tend not to do all of this.
Oh, yeah?
I tend not to put this I would use. These two not so much, the cloves or the cinnamon. Cardamom. Cinnamon.
That's cinnamon. This is cardamom. In fact, we can just go ahead and go right into it. This is cardamom, which you were giving me a long lecture about. Should not be crushed. To be determined.
Well, to be determined.
To be determined.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, which do you know that this is actually from a tree?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the bark?
It's the bark of a tree. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I know you think I love lemons only, but actually lemon and cinnamon, they're right there next to each other. Some of my
this would be
favorite
nice in rice pudding.
Rice pudding I do not like. Isn't that one of your British desserts?
Yeah, when baking.
Why would you mix rice and milk? Do not understand. And one time a friend brought me, I think 12 individual servings of homemade rice pudding. I really had to fake it.
What did you do with them?
I ate them slowly, kind of, maybe.
I love rice pudding. In fact, I nearly asked you to bring me some.
Why would I bring you some?
When you had travelled.
Oh, pre-packaged rice pudding?
In a tin.
Oh my gosh. That sounds.
My first open the tin.
That sounds horrible.
Ambrosia rice pudding, and then you put it in the pot or you put it in a bowl and then pop it in the microwave 2 minutes, and then you add marmalade.
Oh,
a teaspoon of marmalade. You have to.
You know, every time we have this conversation, I think Julie cannot surprise me more than she did the last time about whatever it is that she loves. And yet you continue to.
Yeah.
You take 2 canned items and you combine them together and you think this is delicious.
Yeah, and then you put marmalade to make it a bit sweet.
Marmalade is the worst of the jams.
That's the
of
best
all the jams in the world, that is the worst kind. When you only have no other fruit to go to, then you get marmalade.
No.
Otherwise, it is the stepchild of jams.
It's not
the stepchild, uninvited cousin.
Father.
It's the. I don't know if this relationship is going to work out. This thing. We've tried.
It's the best.
Oh my goodness! We need to do
marmalade.
mixed desserts sometime.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah. Next time we're gonna have, because this I do not believe at all. Back to the spices. Do you know what these babies are?
Cloves.
Cloves. Well done.
For toothache.
Really? Look at you, Dr. Julie.
Yeah, you crush it.
And then you what? You just rub it on the gums?
You just crush it in between.
Oh, you could actually floss.
Yeah. Really?
And then, I don't know. I'm just
and then you
saying
just bite it.
Okay.
And then it's good for toothache.
I do love these spices because you're right. They have so many purposes outside of our home and kitchen and our culture, which is why they remain in everything, including your rice puddings.
Exactly.
So today we're going to make a little bit of a mashup on a dawa because we have some of the key elements, spices.
Yes.
We have this baby, ginger. We've got some beautiful honey here, which I love honey.
Yeah.
And then behind you, we've got some lemons that we will bring into the mix. So I'll just add them here for color for now. But we're gonna make this live action, so I hope this will work.
Okay.
We've got this cute little teapot that a friend of mine gave me some years ago that I'm finally gonna use today. And to make this dawa complete, we need our Johnnie Walker.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna make this a dawa that can be enjoyed like in the evening. Maybe you have it while watching the fire, reading a book, enjoying conversation with a friend, to be sipped, slowly enjoyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those drinks that you just savor.
Yeah.
Savor, that's the word I'm looking for. This is a savoring drink. And we're calling this Dawa is Life. That's what I'm calling this cocktail, because not everybody would put all of these things in it.
True.
This might be too many flavors for some of our friends
you may
out
just
there.
use just these two.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, I think a lot of restaurants, at least here in Kenya, if you order Dawa, you're going to get ginger and lemon. Yeah.
Yes.
But today we're going to do all the flavors.
Can't wait to taste it, actually.
So let's get going. So why don't you go ahead and start, and you can add, we're two of us, as many of these flavors as you think we need into this pot. And this pot has a sieve.
We're not crushing them?
How would you make it?
Well, I would get
with those nails of yours?
With a pestle and mortar.
Oh, really?
And then crush and then put in here.
Should we try it that way? You think we'll get more flavor for our effort?
I think we might.
Okay, we'll be right back with the porter and mesto. So, beloved Julie has had an idea that we should crush up the spices, and because I usually don't listen, I'm trying something new today, which is
listening.
I'm growing.
Thank you.
It's a year of growth.
Thank you.
All right, so you want to crush up our spices, yeah? So put as much as you think 2 people need for 2 cups, because we're just going to make for you and I right now. You can just go ahead and add that, because I don't think we need to crush the cinnamon.
No.
We can just break it into this. So you're going to pour that into the sieve. Okay. Nicely done. So I was thinking I would have you do this, but I feel badly because you have such beautiful nails. I was going to have you peel the ginger and grate it, but I can do that.
I can peel it.
You can peel it?
Yeah, but I'll try. Yeah,
that could have been bad. Okay.
That could have been. Okay.
All right. So while you do that, I'm going to add some cinnamon to this pot, and just break it in here. Add that in there. I love cinnamon, and I tend to overdo it. So should I just do 1 stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Too much ginger? Stops?
That's fine. I like that. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, all right. So now, Julie, I'm gonna let you do the honors here.
Oh my God, you trust me with hot water?
Well, now that you ask me if I do,
especially the flask that I'm not familiar with.
Okay, yeah, so keep that there. Don't untie that. Don't untie that.
Okay.
Just press that little button there. Yeah, and you're gonna pour it over all of our spices, and hopefully it'll start to steep nicely. Look at that, it's already starting to turn some color. Keep going until you pass all the spices, because what the sieve will let us do is it'll let it soak, and it'll start to steep, and we'll get all the flavor into the water. So keep going, keep going, keep going. Now, if
someone to stop.
No, you're good, you're good. If I was in Ethiopia, I would be adding black tea to this as well, because we take all these spices usually with our tea, but my mom has this practice of just doing, that's great, of just doing the spices alone with water, like at the end of the day. She'll keep a pot of this on her stove like all day, and then at night she'll just take a cup of just the spices. And I don't know if it's medicinal, but it tastes good and it feels good. You know, you just enjoy it.
I think it'd be nice cold as well.
Yeah, iced, right?
Yeah, iced.
Yeah, I think I could see that refreshing. If I did that though, I don't know if I would add the cardamom, because cardamom is such a strong flavor. Like, that is the girl who shows up at the party with the loud dress. You know what I'm saying? Like, that girl, you're like, no one said this was a formal occasion. That's cardamom.
That's good.
That's cardamom, yeah. So I think I would take that out, because it would just be a cardamom show.
This is the cardamom show. So you'd leave that out and put everything else in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. We can go ahead and add our Johnnie Walker to our cups. So we're gonna do our typical kind of serving for this one. We're gonna do 25 ml.
Yep.
for each serving.
Yep.
And the nice thing
one.
about this one, easy to make it non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
Just leave it out.
Yeah.
You won't be missing
Yeah.
any of the flavor. Add the Johnnie Walker and you have this nice soothing drink for the end of the day. So, and this one, no shaker, no extra thing. You can just pour directly in there. So easy.
1 second. Here we go.
While you do that, I'm gonna get our lemon going. And while we could squeeze this, and definitely the traditional way I think here in Kenya is to boil the lemon and the ginger together for like ever,
Yeah,
so
until
you
you
get
get-
all the benefits. We're going to just do a little cheat today because we have a lot of flavors going on. So I'm gonna have us just do the lemon as more of a garnish.
But can you overboil?
I think you can, because
Yeah.
these skins will start to turn color and you get a bitter taste. And
not
I don't
nice.
think that bitter taste is nice at all. Yeah, lovely. All right, get these out of, back
Okay.
to the side here.
Thank you.
All right, so it's getting a bit darker. It's getting a bit darker there. The next thing you can actually add to our Johnnie Walker is some honey. And depending on how sweet you want it. I know you have a sweet tooth.
I do.
So
The rice pudding and the marmalade.
among other things, among other things, we're waiting for the Julie's cookbook to come out where all the
coming.
ingredients start with 3 cups of sugar. So I
do
don't
you
want
have a
too much. I want like half of a whatever size that is. Is that about a teaspoon of honey?
Okay.
Yes, I want a half. And typically I wouldn't take any,
Really?
but I think I'll take a little bit today. Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. So you can use a cinnamon stick as a stir. And I only had one pretty one and one less than pretty one. So I'm gonna
they're
give you
both-
the pretty one.
Thank you.
And
So I
you
can't
can
stir
just,
it in the...
oh, sure, why not? Why not? I was thinking you would stir it in your cup, but why not? Stir it in there and see. Yeah.
See what
And
it-
actually it might help the color kind of release from some of the cinnamon and other pieces. Because really the depth of color would come more from the cinnamon,
Yeah, it's
which is
coming-
why you would boil it forever and ever and ever and ever. Let's see how you smell it. Smell is usually how you know something is ready or close.
Oh, it smells yummy.
Okay, can I also smell, Mom? Can I have a turn?
Can you just
Don't
say-
burn yourself, it's hot, yeah, it's hot. Oh,
It's yummy. Really
that
good.
is Christmas.
Yeah.
New babies
Uh-huh.
and Friday paycheck.
Yeah.
Everything nice. That is everything
That
nice.
is Christmas.
Oh, that is delicious. That is delicious. I cannot wait to try it. So can I put yours in here?
Yes, you can.
And that can be your little stir. So
Yeah.
I think we can pour.
Okay.
And that sieve is going to keep it from all the things. Oh, you're going to serve me first?
Yes.
Thank you. So I think we try it.
Okay.
Want to try yours?
It's not going to be
Oh,
too
let
hot.
me actually do it the Julie way and put my finger up. And so I just drink it like a proper cup of tea. Is that correct? No, terrible.
That's like, what was that movie?
I don't know, Julie. There's a lot of movies with Mary Poppins.
Yes, exactly,
Hey,
exactly.
oh, yeah,
You can read my mind.
tea.
Yeah.
Tea,
Yeah.
Julie.
Cheers.
Cheers. See how this one is pinky up?
Ooh.
Be warm.
Actually tastes quite chocolatey.
Really?
Must be the cinnamon.
I would like to donate your tongue to science and understand your
The finger
palate.
just went.
So you see what happened? Because you taste things that I sometimes don't pick up on, but mine needs more honey.
See?
Yeah, you were right about that. I need a
Yeah.
little bit more honey in mine because
Look at that. Whew,
I'm getting
she
a
really
lot.
went in for more.
I did. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this in here. Do you mind?
No.
Just dip
No,
it so I can
it's
get all of that
Yeah.
there. Because I can taste the ginger more than anything else.
Really?
And I can taste the whiskey and the ginger. That continues to be a winning combination. We've done whiskey with the ginger a few times now in different drinks. It's been nice. Okay. You like it?
Yeah, it tastes chocolatey. No?
No, to me it just tastes, again, Christmas. I
can
think I
taste
would
the
make
ginger.
a big part of this at Christmas time.
Yeah.
The ginger is there, but this whiskey has such a big flavor. That to me is what's like the grounding note
Yeah.
for everything. You know how you have like the cake and then the frosting?
yes.
The spices are the frosting,
Yeah.
but the cake is that
It's like a bold
gorgeous
taste within
it's
the
gorgeous.
tea.
And I don't get it at the top. I get like the spice first.
Would you say this, would you call this tea?
No, I would not call this tea. I'd call it a hot toddy or a hot lily after myself. Unnecessary,
I
right?
love you.
Eco unnecessary.
Eco unnecessary. But it's,
I like it though.
I like it.
I do wish I had more time to steep because I can see now, look, the color's even getting deeper.
It's very golden.
Yeah.
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 I agree.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Julie, before we get going, can you warm my cup a bit more? because the way I'm trying to sit
Yeah, you don't wanna-
elegantly. Thank you. I think the longer this sits, the
better.
flavors are just gorgeous. And we added some lime to the pot too. So it's really
I can
nice.
see. You got your lime in there.
This might be my new favorite
It's nice.
cozy, rainy season kind of drink, you know? And I like that I could make a big pot of this, add whiskey for me, and then like my mom, for example, I'd just leave it straight up for her. It'd be fun. Neat. So, but neat, I mean without whiskey though, for her.
Yeah, neat.
Oh, that's neat.
Is that not neat?
I feel like whiskey without anything added into it, that's neat.
Really?
Let us know in the comments, because we don't know.
I thought anything without something that's going to bring an additional flavor is neat.
I see. So the term neat is an
It's
independent,
like
autonomous term that has its own life.
There you go.
And you bring it in to describe
An addition.
an addition.
The absence of.
Okay. First it was the clove for medicinal healing, and now it's terminology. Today you are a one-shop wonder.
I am
my
indeed.
friend. Yes, you're a multi-talented, multifaceted lady. So how are you keeping warm in this rainy season?
I am drinking, see that? Lots of chai.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're a chai babe in the
I'm a
season?
chai babe, yeah, with lots of some of the spices which
Yeah.
we've used today.
Milky chai or kind of light on the milk?
No milk,
Milk.
but lactose free.
Wow, see, that is a sign of age
I know.
and wisdom.
Oh, yes.
Age and wisdom. I'm gonna take my chai, lactose free, please. I'm glad you're not doing it like
Yeah.
oat milk
Gosh,
or
no.
soy milk.
Ugh,
That
no.
would not be chai.
No, that wouldn't be chai.
Yeah, yeah.
But with the spices that we've used today, those are the things which I'm using in this cold weather.
Yeah. You know what I've started to do, which I really enjoy, is on Sundays, I'm trying to like slow down my week. And because it's rainy and been dark or whatever, I'll like light candles. And then it just
Really?
feels warm, it feels cozy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a mental game more than the actual effect. But I don't know, makes the house feel warm, makes the house feel romantic.
Yes.
So I'm trying to make that my Sunday
Yes.
ritual,
Oh,
lighting
that's
candles.
nice.
Yeah.
Even you could add this
I could.
into it.
I will. I shall.
Yeah.
Keep you posted.
Yeah, it's sort
Yeah.
of the flavor in that kind of warm environment.
Yeah.
It might be quite cozy.
It would be nice. My husband doesn't drink, but I think he would actually enjoy sitting down with a pot of this, and I could enjoy it with my whiskey, and he could have his neat. As you've taught me to say.
waiting for you to say.
Look how I brought that together,
did it.
though.
You did.
It's just a web of words
Yeah, you
here
are.
on this show of ours. Yeah. So, one of my friends recently, just enjoying this. One of my friends recently was telling me a story of friends that she had not seen for a while. They were getting back together for a bit of a reunion. And she said the chemistry was off. She was like, we have not seen each other in a while, but every time we do, we just pick up where we left off. I'm sure you have friends like that, right?
Yes,
You just
yes,
pick up and you just flow. It
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be about life or whatever. And she was just saying, and things were just off. And I was like, well, what do you think was off? I was like, was somebody particularly in a bad mood? Were there circumstances? She's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know if we came stressed. I don't know if we came tired. She's like, but it just didn't feel as intimate as it normally does. It just felt forced.
Really?
Yeah, and it made me sad because I think, those friendships that we have with loved ones, friends who are not here are so important.
Yeah.
That it maybe, can you fix it? So I was asking her, are you going to get together again? Are you guys going to address it? Do you think it was just a one-off? She's like, I don't know, but it changed the whole vibe for me. And I don't know, it's just been sitting with me since then. And I don't know, I'm just thinking a lot about intimacy with friends, with my partner, and can it die? If it dies, what do you do? How do you keep it alive?
When we think about intimacy, we think of like 4 components.
This is so interesting. When you say we, I don't think of 4 things. So you mean we and
I don't know. I'm
if
thinking,
you
I don't know, I'm thinking more with my work hat on.
okay,
Maybe.
yeah, okay.
Maybe I'm looking at it from that perspective. So you've got physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional.
And emotional.
Yeah.
And you were saying Gen Z has added a 4th
They've
component.
added aesthetically intimate and socially intimate. And I think there's a couple of others, but I can't quite remember
interesting.
those. So what you were saying about your friend, maybe social intimacy has changed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So can it be fixed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's effort, but
Exactly. That's that,
It's
and
the
there it
effort.
is. I think that's what
Yes, the
interrupts
effort.
intimacy anywhere is effort.
Yeah.
How much effort do you want to put into it?
yeah. And I suppose
Yeah.
looking at this tea, we're using aesthetic intimacy.
Okay, define that for me. I'm not sure I follow.
How things look, the beauty of something.
Ah.
If you were to read a bit of literature, if you were to go somewhere and see a beautiful sunset, so you're sharing aesthetic intimacy.
But not emotional.
But not necessarily emotional.
And so do people build relationships or build beliefs because, but we shared a lovely sunrise together. So they assume some level of intimacy that's not really there.
Yeah, it's a level of intimacy, but it may not be the intimacy that we are used to knowing about. Because usually we think intimacy is physical.
Well, what came to mind is like, that's not intimacy where you could then call me and be like, can I have 5,000 shillings? I'd be like, no, you cannot. We only watch the sunrise.
Intimacy.
That's financial intimacy. That does not come after the sunrise for you. Yes. This is so interesting. I'm going to have to really reflect on like the different people in my life and what kind of intimacy I have with them.
Yeah.
Because for sure, there's some people who have just professional intimacy, that whole work wife, work husband kind of culture and thing. Huh. What's your top tips for staying connected to your hubby? Both you and I are in long-term marriages.
I had gone, this was my month of travel, my year of travel.
Yeah.
Last month I visited Homer Bay and then got the taxi to Beta. And then from Beta, a ferry.
You need a whole nother show
I tell you,
to follow
and then
you around.
The ferry docked in Takawiri.
Wow.
So we were on the lake, beautiful place. And whilst there, I was with Wilson, so we were able to sort of just connect and spend time and look out onto the lake. And there was a couple there celebrating their wedding anniversary.
Oh.
It was really sweet. And then we were asking them, so how many years have you been married?
Yeah, and they said?
2.
Bless. Oh, bless. That's like looking at a little baby lamb as you drive down the road. Like, look at that little baby lamb. Look at that little goat. So cute. So cute.
I was like, so we were looking at each other like, okay. I asked her, how many years have you been together? 5. Like, what? I got things older in my freezer.
This relationship. But you wished them well.
Yeah, I wished them
well. And had a chuckle on the side.
It was really sweet.
Yeah, that is sweet.
But you can see that they were creating their intimacy, having the whole trip and...
Exactly. Because let me tell you, the last couple of anniversaries, my husband and I have not even been in the same city. So we're just like texting each other, happy anniversary, bro. Sometimes that's which is not good either.
No.
I might take baby goat anniversary over that, honestly.
True.
What was the last best thing you did for the intimacy in your marriage, you think? That really like the time, the effort thing that you're talking about, are the ingredients?
What I did is I bought these cards.
Okay.
In fact, I should show that I haven't got them with me. But they're called intimacy cards, actually. Okay. There's about 150, 200 cards, and they're set out into different sections. You've got intimacy, you've got past, random, and 2 others, life and something else.
Okay.
And then we take turns to pick cards and ask each other questions.
Like regularly?
Yeah, well, we usually do that about twice a week.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Can you give me a sample of like a question that you might get in
one of the questions, because it doesn't take into account you've been together for nearly 30 years.
Sure.
So some of the questions might be, what chores around the house would you feel that is your strength?
Okay.
Surely this length into the relationship, he knows I don't do dishes.
I was going to say, do you get to answer for your partner? And be like, that's none. So let's move on to the next question.
So that would be like a question, or something a bit more deeper would be, what about your body? What about my body do I think that you're not particularly attracted to? Yeah.
Wait, do you want to hear that answer?
Yeah, I mean, those are the questions.
But do you want to hear that answer? When that card comes up, are you like, yeah, tell me, babe?
I think at this time, because even for you and Ben, you've been together so long, you're so beyond that.
Yeah.
It's not sort of fragile relationship, 2 to 5 years, where if you hear an answer, you'd be thinking, what? You're brave.
How do you define intimacy? I don't know if I have a good definition for it.
Probably trust and emotional and connection. Trust and connection.
Yeah. Because I think sometimes intimacy can just feel like proximity. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you and I are now intimate on this couch. But it's really not.
It's the quality.
Yeah.
It's the quality of the time that we're spending.
And thank God. Otherwise, every matatu ride, you'd be like, I have 18 intimate partners in the last 30 minutes. So, yeah.
So it's what we do within that time.
Yeah.
What we're sharing, what we're talking about. Are we being vulnerable? Are we talking about things which are private and important? Or are we just talking about the weather?
You said to me one time, which has really stayed with me, that intimacy is actually the hard part of relationships. Sex is the easy part, but intimacy is the hard part.
Yeah.
Do you still believe that?
For sure.
Yeah.
Because to build that connection, you have to be connected to somebody. You've got to be bold within your discussions. You've got to be clear. And then you're building the connection. With sex, it's just a physical act. And that isn't saying that it isn't important, but it's a physical act.
Yeah.
It passes. And you may have moments of intimacy within it, but if the foundation isn't there, then post the sex, then there's not a lot left.
There. Yeah, I'm just thinking it's not going to keep you around. You'll just be like, well, I can get that a lot of places. What I can't get that I get from you is, trust, safety.
Yes.
That term psychological safety is something I've heard more of in recent years. And I think about that a lot in relationships. Like, does someone feel safe with me?
Yes.
Do my kids feel safe enough to fail or to admit wrongdoing or to admit failure in their own lives? Or do they only bring the cute packaged?
But it's interesting that even safety is used differently. Because what do you typically think of safety?
Well, I'm lucky that I don't have to think about safety as in personal well-being.
Yeah.
So I think now when I think about safety, I really do think about psychological in terms of relationships. Yeah. That's the context. I think about, in my work situation, do my colleagues feel safe, that they can take risks, creative risks, that they can express their ideas and innovate? Or do they feel like, no, we just have to toe the line? You know what I mean?
Toe the line.
Yeah. Listen.
No muddling.
No muddling of the spices. If I say muddle, we muddle. We don't, we don't. Yeah, that kind of thing, Yeah. Or as a friend, I think I was actually thinking about recently, I was unwell and you were texting me, just checking on me every day. And I thought that is very intimate to be like checking on somebody's well-being. Yes. And I thought, remember that I texted you and I said, listen, I promise that if I am not feeling well, I will let you know, like if I'm not getting better, but you don't have to. And I realized that that's my own comfort level with an intimate act of like checking on your well-being, because then you have to be like, do I feel well? Do I not? And then can I admit either way to this person who cares about me? And that's my own like, okay, I'll let you know,
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Intimacy is a complex thing.
Yeah, because it may be too much to be asked the question.
Yeah. Do you do well with people telling you too much, Julie?
What do you mean?
Like if someone is saying, this is too intimate, this is, okay, let's go back to those questions. If Wilson was like, I don't want to do these questions anymore.
I would ask why.
Yeah.
What is it about the questions that you don't want to continue? Is it a different kind of format you'd like? See, I'm a therapist.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be like, oh, okay, all right then.
Fine.
I wouldn't sort of think it's personal. I'd be curious around what's kind of underneath.
You'd want to investigate more.
Yeah.
How do you asked about my parents and what word they would use. I'd be curious to know, how do you teach your kids about intimacy, or can you?
I think for teenagers, hearing the word intimacy from your parent is like icky.
Like, please, anything else. Anything else.
Let's
go back to the poop. Let's go back to cleaning the poop instead of talking about this.
The children would be like, this is cringy.
Do you talk about it with your girlfriends?
For sure.
Yeah. And what are you hearing from your girlfriends around intimacy? Like, are there trends you notice?
Is this like a watershed show?
It is not. but maybe give us some highlights. I'm trying to think when I last had this conversation with friends. I can think of one. I had a friend. Oh, can I say this? Actually, let me pause. But I just,
because girlfriend conversation tends to be really colorful.
It does tend to be really colorful. Yeah. And I was thinking you need those friends to have those colorful conversations with, because we did not get a lot of education around sex. We did not get a lot of education even around communicating in relationships. Forget sex. Just how to have a relationship, how to have a healthy relationship, how to have boundaries, how to have choice, how to have consent, all those things. We were never taught it. So then you need to have those conversations now to unpack your own understanding, but also to grow and be better and do better for the next generation,
True.
you know?
Very, very
so yeah, you're right. The girlfriend conversations, you need those. Those are life-giving.
Yeah.
But okay, so without getting watershed-y, what if you could give your girlfriends one thing and be like, man, if I could just package this up for my girlfriends and give it to them?
Around intimacy?
Around intimacy. What would you package up for them?
I would package up having time for partners. and having time for each other and being able to, not amongst many friends, because I don't think you need to have many intimate friendships.
True.
You could just have one or two. It's enough.
Yeah.
I think even Wilson keeps saying that if you've got more than 5 friends, then you've got way too many.
Yeah.
I mean,
you have a lot of friends, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the second hand. But of those friends, you don't have to share everything with everyone.
Right.
So at least have 1 or 2, 3 people who really you are able to share with.
Yeah. I think about those friendships that mean more and more and more to me over time. I think I've shared this statistic with you. I cannot cite where it came from, and I actually don't even know how true it is. However, I read a headline that was like the best thing a man can do for his health is be married.
Yes.
The best thing a woman can do for her health is nurture her female friendships. And I was like, well, don't that say it all right there, that we for each other is so important. Yeah. Really lifeline,
For sure.
I think about my girlfriends, and I think that time thing is really real. Time, I would give them time and a bit of mental freedom and space. I tend to have a lot of friends who are also activists and creatives, which means they're super sensitive. Well, they're sensitive to the world, so whether it's political movements or whether it's, in a workplace, a situation that someone's going through, they feel it deeply, and I feel things deeply. So I wish I could give them a little bit of a wall to protect their heart, because
buffer.
Yeah, at some point you just think, yes, we should carry and hold space and witness the griefs of the world, but in balance with our own well-being. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I wish I could give them that.
Yeah, that's what you would.
Yeah. What advice do you have for me in my 25? Because we are celebrating 25 years of marriage this year.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Catching up to you in your 30-ish years.
Well, you've been married for 25 years.
Yes, and together for 28.
Yeah, so we're probably about
the same?
About the same.
90s babies.
Yeah.
We got married in 1999 when everyone thought Y2K was going to hit in the US.
And we waited until midnight.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is we got married in July of that year, and we were like, we just better turn up because it might be, but of course, again, Ethiopian Pentecostal.
Yeah,
so that
you were
turn
back
up
in the 80s.
meant apple cider for everybody. Everybody drink as much apple cider as you want, dance to this worship music as hard as you can, then good luck for the rest of the year.
So then, if the rest of the world was in 1999, Ethiopia was in?
Ethiopia was in 92, but we got married in the US.
Okay.
But then oddly enough, we went to Ethiopia at Christmas time, because we also thought maybe we will escape the chaos of America if we were in Africa, where
they're in this bubble.
Exactly, where we're not in 99 anyways. And then of course it was nothing in the end. Nothing. Yeah, it wasn't then. But so your best advice for me to spice up the intimacy in my life?
I will get you a set of the cards.
So those cards, we might only use those once. We'll see how that goes. Both Ben and I are
just take a few of them out.
Like, nope. No. Here we go. What's your favorite color?
Really? Oh my God, I never knew that. I will get you, what would I advise you? Just to have time for each other, to continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
The fact that you've gotten to this stage.
True.
Something's working. Yeah, celebrate that and do more of the same.
Yeah, more of the same. Time, effort.
Time and effort.
Those are like the spices for the hot toddies of life.
That's it.
Yeah, time and effort.
Time and effort.
But it's funny, as you get older also too, you appreciate how precious a commodity time is, I think in a different way. Now I tell people all the time, time is my most precious commodity and yours. So don't be giving it away just because you have it even, So it can get easy to be like the text life, happy anniversary, instead of being like, let me make a card like I used to. Like one year, I made Ben, this was early on, I bought like all the candy bars that are possible, and I made like a story out of them. So it was like, you're worth more, these are American candy bars, but it was like, you're worth more than 100 grand. I'd never snicker if you walked by. I would be full of almond joy to be yours. And then it was like, I don't know, there was some candy that was like, you're better than Babe Ruth. I don't know. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Really?
It was like, yeah. I made a whole story.
So
and because we were like 18, 19, 20, whatever at the time, we could eat all the chocolates and also walk out nice and unaffected.
And
blood sugar is fine because we were young. Now, if I made him that card, I'd kill him. All that chocolate and everything, we did. But I used to do things like that. I used to take big effort to do stuff.
So do that. You don't have to eat them.
Be hard not to.
You could have a little piece.
And then,
And still send the same message.
maybe what I should do is get a big vat of rice pudding and write it out, because I will not be tempted to eat that at all.
And then you put marmalade.
And then I throw a little marmalade out there for the exclamation point. I love you. There you go, in marmalade, yeah. But I'm gonna think of something with big effort that I can do
Yes.
for our anniversary that's thoughtful and creates intimacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
How exciting.
It is exciting. I feel actually like I have done something with my life. 25 years?
That's an intimate, long, loving,
Yes.
time-filled relationship.
It really is.
Absolutely.
Effort-filled, time-filled relationship.
There you go.
I feel like I should get an award. I feel like I should be taxed less at this point, because I have held it together for 25 years. Like, Kidogo, take that down to 12. Eco down. Eco what? I don't know. Eco tax me less. I don't know. I'm just saying, remove VAT. Give us a 1-year VAT-free life for doing this. Because it really feels like an accomplishment. Like, I feel like I did when I was graduating graduate school. I feel proud. Like, we've done this thing, man. We stood up there as babies and we said we'll do something, and we did it.
So it's now acknowledging the intimacy and doing something to celebrate it and to develop and enhance it. How are you enjoying this?
It's good. It's getting better. I see that the honey is sitting at the bottom, so I think maybe I added too much, but it's good. How about yours?
Yeah, it's nice. The flavor is really it's become more pronounced.
It's become more pronounced, but it's also, all the flavors have melded. They're all together.
Yeah.
So it's really yummy. They're not muddled, no.
Muddled flavors.
Next episode, I'm going to find a muddler. I'm going to find a muddler so we can actually put this thing to bed.
Yes.
Once and for all, how to muddle and what is a muddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to know what that is.
We're going to sort that out for you and for everybody out there who has watched us in dismay as we have muddled our way through these episodes, one shattered glass at a time.
I was talking to a girlfriend recently, and we were saying that it should be a requirement that when somebody gets married, their girlfriend kind of gets married in as well. Because in fairness, in most cases, it's the friendship. She's going to have to be dealing with this as well. The relationship going.
Not the truth. Girl, stay with him. He's going to turn it around. You can trust him, baby. Just hang. No, girl. No. Yes, you're so right.
Believe me, trust me. You know? Yeah,
true.
It's like it needs to be part.
Or at least they should get a part of the pension or whatever that person is earning over years.
A room in the house.
I'm telling you, something free hot toddies every time they come. You're so right. Or, somebody asked me, we were watching a movie where they have that scene in weddings where there's like, if anyone has any objections, please speak up. I was watching it with my younger daughter, and she was like, is this a real thing? Do people do this in weddings? I was like, it's not as common anymore, but yes, people do it, because not everybody needs to be married. There might be some legit things where people need to be. I think we're watching Grey's Anatomy, which every wedding on that show ends badly. But it was just like, there's this space for someone to speak and be like, this is a bad idea. I've been trying to say it.
I object.
Ooh. I don't know if there's going to be many more long-term marriages in the next generation. I don't know. Seems like marriage is getting a bad rap.
I think it's evolving. It's changed. It's, now we have aesthetic intimacy. We've got social intimacy.
I mean, I still don't get that.
There'll be financial intimacy. There'll be all kinds of other things. And so people will find and build relationships on different platforms, different ways and reasons why they need to connect.
I mean, I've heard also about the idea that there'll be AI relationships. People will be like, are you coming for dinner? Yes. Is your AI coming as well? Okay, good. Yeah, I'll bring mine. Have you not heard that?
That's freaky.
Girl, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and this man who has young kids, I think he said they were like 4 to 6, somewhere in there. And he was very much talking about in the future, he expects to have his kids to have AI companions.
How is that a companion?
That is where the technology is going, where you may have Julie in person, and you may also have Bobby, who is your AI buddy.
Is Siri an AI?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. But this AI, though, would be like, hey, Julie, did you finish your homework tonight? Okay, do you want me to help?
Or like Alexa.
But in conversation back and forth. Now, Alexa, can you? And she gives you a prompt. She's not like, good morning, Julie, how's it going? This would be somebody who's like, good morning, Julie, time to get ready for school. Don't forget you have a test today, okay?
That's just...
And don't remember, you are able, you are beautiful, you are strong.
You are smart, you
are capable, you is good.
You is good.
Yeah. And then they'd be like, welcome home from school. What do you have for a snack?
And where does family fit in? Is that not family intimacy?
Listen,
connection.
all I know, these things are
weird.
changing, and AIs are going to potentially be a part of the whole structure
That's just
in the
weird.
coming decades. It's not that far off. I mean, people are already finding friendships and relationships online with not humans. So this is just a matter of time where it's normalized.
But that in itself just says that intimacy has changed in a way that we've got no idea where do you draw the line?
Exactly.
It's evolved in such a huge way from the basic four
Yep.
to
Artificial intimacy.
artificial intimacy.
That's what's coming next.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it's coming. It's not even coming. It's already here. I don't know if you've seen that movie, Her.
No.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's several years old. But basically, yeah, it develops a relationship with an AI, and then they break up, and it's all dramatic. And yeah, because the people are coding and creating these things are building models on real human interactions. So it's just a matter of time where they mimic human behavior.
That's crazy.
Anyway, girl, that's for next time.
It is indeed.
Till then, should we toast and tune?
We should toast.
Okay.
You're going to cheers me?
Well, let's cheers. I'm standing here in the air, right?
There
Might
we
as well.
go.
Okay. You want to go first? You want to toast, or should I tune? What are you
gonna
doing?
tune.
You're going to tune. Okay. You want to go first with your tune? Do you have it ready?
Yeah. My tune is to acknowledge a Kenyan group, Sauti Sol.
Okay.
And because we're talking about intimacy and connection and there being a physical connection as part of it, a
Yeah.
sexual connection, then Nashike, is it Nashike?
I'm getting a nod offset saying yes.
Nashike.
Like I said, the nod
Yeah.
from off camera is in the
Let me not
positive.
embarrass myself and Sauti Sol, like, no. Can you say our song properly with that bad accent? So Nashike, and it means is it to touch and to hold? Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm sure people know it. I don't think I know that one.
Really?
I know a lot of their music.
My
but I'm
favorite.
not
When I
gonna-
saw it in concert last year, I was like, what? They
I
have
saw them in concert too. They
Yeah,
were
they were
good.
amazing.
They were so, so good. Well, today I'm toasting.
Yes.
And I think it's only correct that I toast my amazing partner of 28 years. Truly. I said when we got married, and it still remains true, that, excuse me, he's everything I
Bring a
wanted.
Tear to your lump.
It's not a tear, it's actually
A lump.
just a sore throat. But everything that I wanted and everything I didn't know I needed too. So he's that combination of want and need for me still, 28 years later. Yeah. So to 28 more years of nashikeing.
That's it.
There we go. let it be.
Eco great.
Eco, let it be eco nashike.